Hey everyone, it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have another Color Rush Studios design team layout for you today. So I am doing kind of a little bit different of a layout, I feel like. Um, it's pretty, but it's not pretty. I guess I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to start with this striped background paper, which I do love, but honestly, it's a little psychedelic and I can only have it in small doses. So in small doses means for me that it is the perfect frame for a layout. So I am going to gut it because I am going to use the inside of the paper as well. I do like to, when I frame a layout, I like to bring that frame paper into the forefront if possible. So for the inside paper of the layout, I am going to use this ledger paper. The other side has that beautiful quilted pattern on it. And I did trim it down. I trimmed down the bottom, so it took off number 24 and 25, so you can't really tell. And then I trimmed off the right-hand side of the paper, so it didn't trim off the numbers or anything. And up at the top is a place to put your date, and it shortened it a little bit, but I don't think that it shortened it to the point that you could tell that the paper wasn't actually supposed to be that size. So I did go ahead and rough up the edges with my edge distressor. And then I decided I wanted to do a little mixed media on the background. So I have this stencil. I have no idea where it came from. It's just a little tiny, probably 6x6, and it has all these numbers on it. It looks like and punctuation as well. So it's just kind of a mush. So I grabbed my Distress Oxide. This one is in Prized Ribbon. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to do my mixed media on a diagonal or if I want to do it in a vertical aspect. I'm going to decide on a diagonal. Now, I did a pretty good job up at the top making it very like just kind of the center so that it didn't look like a square. When I did the bottom, not so much. It kind of looks like a big square. So I'm going to do a little bit more over off here and see if that kind of helps a little bit. I think a little bit, but it's definitely my stenciling was better up at the top than up at the bottom, but that's fine. So I have this picture of my son. So last year he was an adult and needed to do his taxes. So he didn't make very much because he, was a student the whole time. But he did have a little bit of working experience. So he did have a couple of W-2s. And so I was like, you have to do your taxes. And he's like, I don't know how to do that. And I said, well, it's time to learn. So we just used TurboTax because he didn't have a lot. But I thought that was fun. I have a little picture of him doing his taxes. Obviously, you can tell it's April because you can still see a few Easter things out on the island there that he's sitting at with his computer. So I trimmed that down a little bit just because part of the island was a little messier. So I went ahead and took that off. And then I backed it with that same striped pattern paper and tore off the bottom. So I know I want to use this little tag that came in the add-on kit. And it's got this cute gnome, and part of me really wanted to just hoard it and use it as a bookmark. But I think it looks really cute on this layout. So I am glad that I got it on here, but I am looking at it going, oh, you would be so cute in my book when I'm reading my book every day. So, because I am trying to read more. but I am a little bit kind of an addict when it comes to reading a book. Like I start a book and I'm like, that's all I want to do is I want to sit down and read a book. So I want to finish it. Like I want to know what happens. Even if it's a bad book, like even if I'm not super interested, I feel like I just want to get it over with. So I don't know. I'm kind of funny with reading books, but I'm glad that my kids are older and I have that opportunity. So I did join a book club as well, which I am thinking about this. If I have that blue scripty paper that's in this kit, I really should do a book layout because it does talk about that. And I have read a decent amount of books within the last couple months, especially because we went on vacation. And anytime we go on vacation, I love to read some books. So I took the hello off. I decided that wasn't going to be my title. I found this piece that says you did it. And I was like, oh, well, that's perfect because yeah, you did it. You did your taxes. But it didn't fit all in one. So I decided to cut it apart and I did it at the bottom and you at the top, and it had quite a bit of white space around it. So I did kind of trim that down a little bit to make it not quite as like so much white around it. I don't know. I feel like this set of die cuts has huge white borders. I don't know why. And most of the time I would say that it doesn't bother me too much, but it was kind of bothering me. So I decided to add a couple tags up here at the top in that blue color. And then when I cut apart the cut apart sheet, the banners that are in there, they have that little banner piece. Well, when you cut that off, it's a little triangle. And I actually saved them. And me and triangles don't usually get along, but they were already cut and I thought they were kind of cool. So I'm going to add them as like arrows. So I'm going to put 3 on the left-hand side, kind of pointing at the picture, and I will end up adding 2 more down there by the tag. I'm going to add a couple of different floral pieces just scattered around, as well as I went into my stash and grabbed some of these tiny, I think they're Paige Evans foam stickers, and so I just added taxes to it. And then I wanted to add some frazzle to my tags here, but what I had left I didn't think worked. So I had some of this blue left over from last month's kit, and I'm going to put it through the tag hole, and I'm just going to tie it and cut them off. And I love how that looks. I think they're so pretty, and it just adds such great texture to it. So I think that is going to do it for my layout today. I don't think I add anything else. No, it doesn't look like it. So if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I would love to chat with you. I will have links to the shop and the Facebook group, as well as I have a coupon code, Crystal10, if it's your first order and you want to save 10%. But I would suggest signing up for the Kit Club because it's $10 cheaper a month for the kit. And I want to say when you get the add-on kit, it's another $5 off. So if you get the add-on kit and the main kit, that's $25 off. So that's a lot of savings. And these kits are beautiful and packed full. You can get so many layouts done. So that is going to do it for me today. I do have a couple of close-ups for you. I guess I don't, oh, look, there's that tag. I might need to order another one. I might need another one to go in my book. So there is my final layout. Remember to wear your crown, and we will see you next time. Bye.